Okie dokie. Dan Boeschen, Black Butte Ranch on Annapolis. Right, all the way back there is where the furnace is. You can see the end of the supply right there. As you can tell, I've been crawling, so I'm not crawling back there for the video. There's pictures back there. It's a horizontal right to left with a humidifier on the back side of the return. So if you're looking at it here, it'd be on the left-hand side. It's a decent ways back there, probably 25-30 feet from the crawl access, which is on the left-hand side of the house. There are plugs and light switches down here. This is gonna get a little dizzy here for a second when I get out of here. Oh. I love crawl spaces. This key opens the crawl space. It will be hanging on a key rack just as soon as you walk in the door from the garage to the right. And it is labeled crawl space. Excuse me. So, most everything else is in the garage. Lockbox is right there. So that system we just looked at feeds the bigger part of the house. This system feeds the upstairs addition. They're both installed, I think, at the same time. So they've got the same components. Both have those old ass Aprilaire bypass thermostats or humidifiers. I believe the downstairs one had a condensate pump because it goes underneath. This one has a hub drain. Your water line's right there. Now I will say this is a Space Guard air cleaner, and I put F100s on it, but didn't have pictures. So it's a little bit wider between this riser and the furnace, and it is a 20 by 25 Space Guard. So a little bit different than a standard 20 by 20, which is what you would do with a 3-ton, obviously. Other than that, it's not too complicated. The furnace is 51 and the Daikin will be 53 7/8, so 54. So you probably have to cut that can a little bit. I don't think you have room to cut it down just where that riser is, but you should have plenty of space here. I mean, and if in an emergency scenario, you could move that bypass up a little bit because you got about 2 feet of transition right there. And the drain line comes down there into the condensate, which goes to the hub drain. Electric panels are just in this room to the right. The circuits at hand are in the 2 right-hand panels. There are 3 panels. It's kind of screwy. So the left-hand panel has 60-60. Excuse me, crawl space dust. 60-60-30 because it's currently 25 kW, but we're not going to be using that 30. We'll take it to 20 kW. But so this is for the bigger furnace, but this is for the smaller heat pump. So it's a 40 amp breaker for the heat pump on this 3-ton system to my left. So as you can imagine, on this side you've got a 60 and a 30 for the furnace, and then there's your bigger heat pump circuit, which is a 60 amp. So big system furnace, big system heat pump, little system heat pump, little system furnace. So they just basically swap the they've got the heat pump breakers and flip-flopped. GE panels, I don't think it'll matter, but this panel's got plenty of space in it. Cleaning up shop as I go. The enclosure for both of the heat pumps is around to the right. Pretty big enclosure. Obviously you got the bigger heat pump on the right, and then the smaller system on the left. This one's a 4-ton, this one's a 3-ton, 3/4 inch line set, 7/8 line set. That is pretty thick concrete, so do with that what you will. I would anticipate we just leave it. The entrance is down here. I moved a bunch of this wood out of the way and stacked it right there, but probably will have to have a little bit more moved. You might have to move these couple of planks. Just have the installers put this stuff back inside the corral when they're done. It doesn't have to be neat. It wasn't neat, but I don't think Black Butte would want it sitting out here. Gate should have plenty of access. The bigger heat pump is 32 inches wide, and if you take the gate off, it's 36, but probably will have to take it off the hinges because that's a pretty thick gate. Daikin fits, humidifiers, 2 furnaces, 2 heat pumps, and I-Waves for Boeschen on Annapolis in Black Butte. 2.5 day install.